whale is a mammal that lives underwater.
A whale is large, shaped like a dolphin,
And they're sea creatures.
and has a blowhole at the top to breathe air.
Beluga.
Whaling was a major industry in the United States about 150 years ago.
Whaling in the 18th centuries was pretty primitive and didn't get too much better in the 19th. Whaling began first from the shore with people in boats, so they needed the whales to come close enough to be able to get them. By the 19th century, they were whaling from ships.
Whaling was popular because there's a great demand for whale oil.
I think the main reason whaling was such a big industry was for the whale oil.
They used it for oil to burn in their lanterns at night when it was dark.
Whale oil was used for things like lighting lamps, running trains, and heating houses.
And you could make a lot of money whaling.
Whale populations obviously became smaller as more and more were hunted. Sometimes they took as many as 100 a year, but there were 700 ships.
In 1846, the U.S. had 80% of the whaling fleet in the entire world.
What happened to stop whaling?
The first oil well was drilled in Pennsylvania by Edwin Drake in 1859.
When kerosene distilling was discovered, they probably started using it to heat and light their homes.
We don't use whale oil anymore because now we have petroleum to replace it. It's way cheaper.
I never really thought of it, but I imagine the oil industry has helped reduce the need for whale oils.
Those whaling ships that were less efficient would go out of business first. And over time, though, they'd all go out of business.
It was a lot cheaper to distill kerosene or distill gasoline than it was to catch whales.
Kerosene burns brighter than whale oil.
Petroleum became a substitute for whale oil. You know, and when you substitute something, and it was a lower cost, so people would prefer to use that thing that's a lower cost, as long as it does the same thing.
Which makes a lot of sense, because you figure all the ships, all the crew, you know, being out at sea for months and months and months.
That's a whaling good answer.
Unintended consequences.
I have absolutely no idea what that means.
Well, you know what a consequence is, right?
Unintended consequences, I would suppose that would mean, events that are caused by whatever action you're taking that you did not intend on happening.
Drake didn't intend to save the whales. He intended to find a way to get more petroleum out of the ground.
Kerosene's low cost made it more affordable for consumers.
I would say that the whaling industry kind of died out when there was a better alternative for it.
People stopped using whale oil, and they started leaving the whales alone.
Whale population probably went up because people weren't hunting them anymore.
We're killing the whales, right?
I guess the population of the whales grew because they stopped killing the whales.
What was the result? Well, ultimately, the whaling industry collapsed.
The last American whaler left port in 1924.
Technology and capitalism saved the whales.
And you didn't have to use their oil anymore, harm them no longer. It was a big party after that. A whalation.
High five.
Woo! All right.
Get on my back, I'll be the humpback whale.
Woo!
Come on.